Sandie here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am playing with the Season's Greetings paper collection from Brutus Monroe. I also pulled in the new Holiday Blue Chunky Glitter Glaze. Look at that gorgeousness. And then I also pulled in Fallen Snow, which is a beautiful white, snowy looking glitter glaze. So let's see what I can do. Alright guys, so I have my Season's Greetings paper pack here, and I have a couple of stamp sets and die sets and all kinds of fun things. Now I decided that I was going to do a pocket page. I do like to do the random pocket page in my album. It is not something I regularly scrapbook, but I do like the random ones. I especially like them on Disney layouts. I like the different sizes and things. They're just super fun. But I thought that a good mix of Christmas photos would be perfect. Now these papers, these Season's Greetings papers, really want me. Like, they make me want to have a Christmas cruise. I haven't even been on a regular cruise, so who in the world knows if I would even enjoy that, but man, it puts that idea in my head. So now I am just trimming down the photos. Some of the photos I'm going to mat with that 6x6 paper pack, and some of them I am going to leave plain and decorate the top of them. That is the beauty about pocket scrapbooking. There are no rules, no rhyme or reason to what you have to do. If you want to go simple, just throw your pages in a pocket and put some decorations on top. You're good. If you want to make big, elaborate, really detailed, basically mini works of art for your pockets, you can do that too. It's the beauty of pocket scrapbooking, guys. So now I've, kind of figured out where I want things to go. I've got this awesome stamp set. It's pretty large, and I want it to span across the top of my pockets here, which was my original idea. Spoiler alert, it does not go that direction. I end up doing something a little different. I am going to go ahead and trim down this photo so that it fits on this 4x6 piece of paper, and that way I have the paper on the outside. Now, when I am pocket scrapbooking, I do keep the pocket right there and move things in and out of the pocket constantly. Just so I know how things are going to feel and look. I know that some people just leave them out on top of the pockets, and some people even make a template of their pocket page so they can move things around. I like sliding it in and out of the pockets. Part of the joy of pocket scrapbooking is moving that stuff in and out. So I do enjoy that, so that's what I do. Now I am using my large stamping platform here to go ahead and place my stamp down on a 12x12 sheet of cardstock. I'm going to go ahead and stamp that bad boy up with the Raven Detail ink from Brutus Monroe. Now this is my absolute favorite black ink, you guys. It is a nice, deep, dark, true black ink, and it covers beautifully. It just works so well with stamps. It's seriously gorgeous. Now, you can also get them with a re-inker, so you don't have to keep on buying an ink pad over and over again. And I do have to say I have bought a re-inker, and I'm looking, and it might be, let's see, how is my re-inker doing? No, I'm pretty good. But it is about time to re-ink my ink pad, so make sure you do that on the regular. Now here is a fun little paper pad, and I'm going to glitter glaze the heck out of it. One thing I really like doing with glitter glaze is putting that on top of pattern paper. It just gives it a little bit more fun, a little bit more excitement, and I am all about the fun and excitement in my scrapbook pages. So I decide that I'm going to overlay those big old stamped presents that I just stamped, and then I am going to figure out where the glitter glaze needs to go on the layout. So here we are. I am using one of the chunky stencils, which is made for chunky glitter glaze. And the holiday glitter glaze that I'm using right now is called Holiday Blue, and it is a chunky glitter glaze. So a chunky glitter glaze is basically a glitter glaze with bigger chunks of glitter in it. And these bigger stencil holes make it a lot easier for you to be able to actually get your chunky glitter through your stencil and have it stay on your project. So while I am doing that, I am not putting a super thick layer down. I could have definitely done a thick layer. It would have taken a lot longer to dry. And you know, these days I'm a little bit impatient waiting for things to dry. So I did a thinner layer. Now, once that is dry, I did do this on two different pieces of paper. I am taking a second stencil with some, I believe this is the Fallen Snow glitter glaze, and I'm just going to go ahead and place that through the stencil right on top of my original one. So yes, you guys, I am doubling up the glitter glaze. I am totally cool with that. The more glitter, the better. So that is going to dry, and it does create this really cool texture effect. And I did this because I wanted a really cool watery kind of effect to happen. And it totally happened with the big waves underneath and then all of these swirly curly waves on the top. It just turned out super fun. So now I am pulling out yet another stamp set. Now this one is super fun. It has a mermaid girl on it, and it also has these little fish hooks that have presents hanging. And I thought these are going to be really, really adorable to put over top of photos that are in my pockets. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp those out, and then of course I'm going to stamp out a couple extra ones because I need more than just 3 little hooks on my layout. I definitely need more than that. So I go ahead and I'm using that super awesome Brutus Monroe Raven detail ink again. Like I said, it is my favorite black ink. I am actually working on re-inking my stamp pad right now while we're talking. So I go ahead and get those down, and then I'm going to add in some more. Because like I said, can you ever really have too many presents on fish hooks? I don't think so. I don't really think you can. So I'm going to go ahead, I get that down, and then I am going to go ahead and use the die set that came with it to go ahead and cut these bad boys out. Now, you're not going to see me die cut them because my die cut machine is an atrocious mess and nobody needs to see that in their lives. So now I am taking another sheet from the Season's Greetings pad. I'm going to add some more of that glitter glaze through that swirly twirly stencil right here. And that's just to give me a little extra oomph. I'm going to leave all of my stamping in black and white. That is something that I do on a pretty regular basis. I like everything around it to kind of pop, and then that really allows your stamped images that are black and white to just kind of like go out at you on the page. Like you can definitely be like, wow, yes, it is in your face. So now I'm just going to finish decorating each of my pockets. Now I find the center of my piece of paper, I put a dot in it, and then I go ahead and cut from each edge to that dot, and that is going to give me a fishtail banner. Yes, I know that you could fold your paper and cut, but for some reason that never works for me, guys. I know a lot of people have posted on videos that say, Sandie, this is really easy, do it. I'm telling you, it is not easy for me. It is easier for me to dot it and cut it. So I go ahead and overlap the little bow right there, and the bow is super cute. It has a little shell in the center of it, and then I decide that I need to move the bow and I need to place the fish hooked presents on here because it is adorable. Now the photo that I'm working on is Lana. She had wanted a pair of boots for a while and she got them for Christmas, so she was ridiculously excited to get them. So I'm just going to finish popping these guys up. It's really awesome because even when you're pocket scrapbooking, you can do dimension and texture. So I'm getting tons of texture from the glitter glaze through the stencils, and I'm getting dimension on all of my, not all of them, but a lot of my stamped images by just popping them up with some foam squares. Now this little guy right here was perfect to fussy cut out of the paper, and I am going to go ahead and stick that right on top of my photograph, and then that is going to give me some fun little bits on top of that photograph. Like I said, you can decorate your pockets as intricately or as basically as you want, and some of them are just going to be super cute with the stamped images, and some of them get more. Now this little mermaid girl needed to have more because she was here chilling out, looking so cute. So here is that piece of paper that I ran the glitter glaze through my stencil, and I go ahead and trim that down to 3x4 so it's going to fit in that pocket, and then I'm going to go ahead and put that mermaid right on top of that, and that is going to give her a little bit of lift. So she's going to get lift from the foam square that I'm popping her up on, but she also gets lift because there is something texturized and dimensional underneath of her, and it gives you kind of that faux extra oomph. It's just great. I think it's great. So this is when I decide that I don't think I'm going to like what I had planned out in my head. Now remember, I had stamped that long stamp and I divided it in half and was going to put a piece on each side and have it up at the top. Well, I decided I didn't really like that. I thought about putting it at the bottom. That way I would have the weight of the stamp set on the bottom as well. But you know what? I wasn't really feeling that either. So I decided to do this where I divided the stamp set up into two sections that weren't even near each other. One is going to be on the top row and one is going to be on the bottom. Now, I know that these stamped images could be absolutely gorgeous colored in, and I plan on doing that later on another layout. But like I said, there is something about a nice, bright layout with things going on, like the glitter glaze and all that, and having a black and white stamped image on it. To me, it just gives it some pop. It just is a fun look, and it's something I like to do. And you always should be doing the things that you like to do, guys. Like, if you see someone that can just do absolutely gorgeous coloring and shading and all the things, with like colored pencils, but you hate colored pencils, then why the heck would you even do that? Like, do what you like. This is what I like. I like how it turns out. My family likes my pages. We like looking at the albums together. Use the stuff you like. And, you know, don't worry about what everybody else is doing and what techniques they're doing. If there's something that you see that you want to try it. But if you hate it, I mean, come on. Why? Don't waste your crafty time doing stuff you hate, right? Like, crafty time is important, so do the stuff that you love. I do go in and pull out some letter stickers from my stash. Now, I wanted to have the fa la 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 because it was on the stamp set, but I knew I wouldn't be able to stamp clearly on top of this double glitter glaze background that I have going on. I knew that that was not going to happen. So I figured if I just used some stickers from this stash, that would work out great. So I have fa la up at the top and la 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 at the bottom. Hopefully people get that. People can see that it is a split title. And if you don't, that's fine. Like I said, it's my page. I like it and my family likes it. And that is really all that matters. So I go ahead, get those last little bits of letters on there. And then I do believe that is going to do it for this layout, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Let me know if you are a fan of pocket scrapbooking in the comments below. I do have a ton of pocket cards to use up, so might be a thing. There it is, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you again real soon for another video.